A new diva has emerged and a meme icon has been born, a British fish and chip queen that the internet cannot get enough of. But who is this diva? Who is this diva? What has she done? And why is everyone so obsessed? We have all the info, statistics, and scientific research for you right here on Scroll Deep with me, Benedict Townsend, the show that keeps up with internet nonsense so you don't have to. 2024 has been a tough year in many ways, but the one thing we have had is a plentiful harvest of divas. Case in point, meet Destiny Harold, an employee at Merchant's Fish Bar, a fish and chip shop in Bewdley, England, who has taken the net by storm through her general lack of enthusiasm, because at the end of the day, we all love an unbothered queen. So what's the story here? Well, the shop has been posting on TikTok for a while, mostly doing POV videos where a fake customer comes in and buys some fish and chips, and fair play to them because they actually understand what POV means. It actually is a point of view video. And they were posting for a while without a ton of success until this seafood starlet first came on the scene and blew TikTok away with her unconventional approach to customer service, which is, what if you secretly wanted the customer to So who is this diva? Who is this diva? Destiny Harold, she works 2 days a week at the Chippy while also studying to become a nurse, so she's also something of a local hero. And these videos are the brainchild of Mitch Key. So sorry, just to keep track, we've got Destiny Harold and Mitch Key. Is there anyone at this shop who doesn't have a completely fake name? Hi, I'm Mitch Key. My videos will be the key to social media success. Destiny Harold is like if there was a guy called Harold in like an anime, and like in his intro it would be like Destiny Harold seeks the truth or something. Speaking about the videos, Mitch Key said, quote, "We've always wanted to get the staff involved and show that human, real, raw aspect of the business. And if there's anything about these videos, it's that they're raw. But I'll tell you what's not raw, the delicious fish." Let's break down a typical video. It always starts with the customer, who I'm starting to suspect may actually work at the shop himself. He walks into the shop, and his voice, by the way, sounds like it's dubbed in later. It's like one of those 73 questions videos where they very clearly dub the voice in afterwards. He walks into the shop, and he's greeted by the utterly neutral expression of Destiny Harold, who welcomes him with a hearty hello. And she's like, do you want chips? And he's like, he's very enthusiastic. He's like, "I'd love some fish and chips." And she goes, "Yeah, okay, yeah."
Yeah, what size would you like?
And they obviously want to show off all the options they have. So, you know, she's like, "Would you like salt and pepper?" And he's like, "I'd love lots of salt and lots of pepper." And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Do you want a drink?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Do you want to see the options?" And then she just gets out every can they have available. But it's like, the cans are like Coke, Fanta. It's like, do we really need to like do a lineup? It's nothing good. And he's like, "Oh, what a selection. I think I'll go for Fanta." Has anyone ordered food like this before? But these videos have blown up, millions of views. And I think part of the reason they've been so successful is that Americans, although they deny it, Americans are low-key obsessed with British food. They love to make fun of it. They're always like, "Oh, it's beige slop or whatever." But my God, are they fascinated by it. Particularly chippies. They love the concept of a chippy. They love the concept of a chippy, and they love the concept of British Chinese food. Lest we forget Binley Mega Chippy, a meme that only gets more popular as the years go on. Because I will admit that, you know, British food, especially British takeaway food, is kind of unique. You know, you don't get fish and chips anywhere else. If you're gonna visit the UK, right, I understand you're gonna visit London because that's where all the stuff is. We've done that unique thing of like, what if the whole country was just all in one city? Sort of like Coruscant in Star Wars. But you don't really want to get fish and chips in London. You don't want to get fish and chips in central London. If you move out of the centre, the fish and chips will get better. But ideally, you want to be near the coast to get the fish and chips, because that's where obviously the chips roam free and can be harvested fresh. If you're not familiar with the fish and chips, let me run you through it. You've got your fish, that's battered fish, usually cod or haddock. I've seen a lot of videos of American influencers picking the fish up with their hands, which I do kind of get because it is fast food, but that's not what a British person would do. No British person is they pick it up like a clarinet and just kind of... You gotta use the weird, useless wooden fork thing that only has like 2 prongs, and you got to just kind of awkwardly use that to eat it. And then you get chips, but they're very specific fish and chip shop chips that you don't get anywhere else. They're very thick. You want to put salt and vinegar on it. You get mushy peas, which is like, what if peas were goo? That's really nice. And then also, you know, the more north you go, curry sauce gets involved. Curry sauce is just like a big part of northern culture. And then we just don't have time to get into what Chinese food means in the UK, because I think that would break people's brains. So why is everyone so obsessed with this woman? Well, as I said, it's really been the year of the diva, the perfume shop diva. Kate King has really been divaing out this year, even though like she's been around for a long time, but this has been the real year. I think Kate King broke through. And of course, the ultimate slay queen diva, Angela Merkel. Her get ready with me's are so efficient. I've actually not seen diva put forward as a potential word of the year, but I think it's a strong contender, at least in terms of the sheer number of comments I've seen saying, who is this diva? It's one of those things that's like so fun to say, it's like a stim. Who is this diva? It's so fun to say. And this woman is a real diva, you know, a hard worker, she's got a job, she's training to be a nurse. And also I think there's something relatable about how much she just does not give a damn about the customer service, because when you go to a fish and chip shop, are you really there for the experience, or are you there for the fish and chips? But now she's blown up and become something of a star. Our sister brand, little sister brand, Capital, interviewed her. We can show a bit of that now. It's owned by the same company, so we can just use their footage. It's a rare treat for us. In fact, let's play the whole thing.
I've seen videos, people like lip syncing along to your original videos and sort of doing impressions and stuff. What do you make of that? Is that really flattering? What do you find of the recreations?
I couldn't believe it. I literally just woke up one day and people sending edits of me and like people dressing up as me as Halloween, and I was like, what's going on?
That's when you've made it in life, when you're a Halloween costume.
TikTok Mua, Vicky Henry, also gave her a makeover. You've had TikTokers visiting the shop, including a Solly Ball here, you know, to test out the food. And of course, the shop itself has seen a huge uptick in business. It's the Binley Mega Chippy effect. It's that classic thing where you don't want to, you know, post about a hidden gem on TikTok, because then all the posers come in. You know, now all the people who've just seen it online are trying to get the fish and chips, whereas the real purists can't get in there anymore. When interviewed about it, Destiny said, quote, "They've been coming in asking for pictures and everything. People come and ask for a can of pop just to come and see me. Who is this diva? People come in and ask for a can of pop just to see me." Is she even northern? I don't know. To me, she's spiritually northern. People go and buy a can of pop just to get away from you. The specific tone with which she says, yeah, is like, it cuts you to the core. It's kind of like where you're in a relationship with a person who's already decided they're gonna break up with you. And it's like, hey babe, you wanna go to Winter Wonderland? And they're like, yeah. But I think it's time that we did a proper recreation. So I'm gonna, you know, my 12 years at RADA, I'm gonna come into 12 years of RADA, 3 years of modern dance, 5 years of tap, and I'm going to do a little recreation for you now.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Hello.
What you got on the menu today?
So we've actually got crab on the menu today.
Oh, that sounds amazing. What else have you got?
Haddock.
Can I get some chips?
Well, for the sake of the props, why don't you order the crab?
Oh yeah, actually that sounds lovely. Can I get the crab, please?
Yeah? Would you like salt and pepper on your crab?
Oh yeah, that sounds lovely, thank you.
Yeah?
Yes, please. Mmm.
Do you want a drink?
Oh, what options? What options have you got?
Oh, let me see. Got coffee?
Oh yeah, that sounds lovely. I'll have that then, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then they usually pretend to pay, but they basically just kind of hover like a card, and then it's almost as if the guy's like beep under his breath. It's so fake. And cut and scene. So that actually wasn't real. Don't worry, Crabble is safe for now. Can I get some comments down below of people going, instead of saying this diva, they're going, that's tennis with the heart. I quite like that. Maybe we could make that the new this diva is that's tennis with the heart. But the most important question is, what do you make of this? Do you think she is a hero or an icon? Have you visited this place? That would be cool. Let me know your experience. Full scale review, 10 to 15,000 words. And most important question, when you go to the chippy, what's your order? When I go down to my local chippy, I'm going crazy. I'm getting myself chips. I'm getting chips like, I'm getting haddock, mushy peas. I'm going insane. Oi oi, Savaloy. We won't tell them about Savaloys, that's gate kept. Yeah, what is your chippy order? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm intrigued. I mean, there's not that many permutations of what you can order, but I like to see if people go really off-piste. And that's the oh, what's that, Crabble Roan? Yes, that brings us to the secret question. This is just for the people who made it all the way to the end, the people with good attention spans, who are morally pure. This week's secret question, I guess we've been talking about food this week, so I'll relate it to that. The question is thus, how fast? Get your answers in down below. That's tennis, bye.